Hi, this is JP LaForest from Studio JPEG. In this video, I will be doing a review of this Sandisk Extreme SD card here. So this is the SDHC 16 gig. And I also have the SDXC 64 gig. Both are Sandisk Extreme cards, and both are extremely similar except for the memory size. The reason I went with those cards is really for their reliability and their speed. At the end of the day, when I get home, I want to transfer my data as quickly as possible so I can get all the backups out of the way quickly and I can get along and then I can get to the rest of my day. So with having a fast SD card, you save a lot of time. And as we all know, time is money. While I'm copying files, I'm wasting time that I could be using to do something else. So I try to get a workflow that's as quick as possible. But then I did not want to sacrifice the reliability. So that's the other thing I love with those cards is, in my own experience at least, I've never had a single of those cards go wrong. I've had two of these for over 2.5, probably 3 years now, and the other card for about a year, and I haven't had any single lost files, no corrupted files, and every time I need the memory card, it works. And so basically this is an older one I have, and it's a class 10 card. And class 10 is really important for videography and also for photography because it allows you to take pictures faster. That means that with the T3i, for example, I think the fastest it can take is about 3.7 frames per second for the photos. So it's not going to improve the 3.7, but it's going to help not fill the buffer as fast. So if you use a class 2 card or class 4 card, you're going to start clicking the shutter and you're going to hear click, 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 click. That means that you filled up your buffer and it can't write to the card fast enough. Whereas if you have a class 10 or faster card, then you're going to press the shutter and you're still going to get 3.7 frames per second, but it's going to be continuous for a much longer time. So when you press, you're going to hear click, 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 until you let go of the shutter button. So that's another great reason to have a card like this also. But the other aspect for the speed is while you're taking videos, with a lot of the modern DSLRs, you can still take photos at the same time. Sure, for most of them, the video is actually going to black out for a second or two. But if you have a 1 in a million chance opportunity and that you know that the picture is going to be really awesome, and you know you can edit it out and not affect your video at the end of the day, then you can click to take a picture at the same time. And with having a fast card such as this Sandisk Extreme cards, that's going to let you take that picture and not interrupt the video. If you try to do the same thing with a slower memory card, then you're going to overrun your buffer and then your video is going to stop completely, and then you're going to be in deep trouble. So I've had digital cameras since the end of the 1990s, and since then I've gone through a lot of different memory card formats and different brands and all that. And really, in the past, I've often ran into trouble of memory cards getting corrupted after some use. But thankfully, with the Sandisk Extreme cards, I have not had that issue at all. So I strongly recommend it. So again, the main reasons why you might want to consider paying a little bit extra for these is the reliability. Because whenever you get a photography or videography job, the most important thing is your files at the end of the day. That's what the customer pays for. So you want a reliable card, and these cards do the job. The second thing is the speed. First of all, the speed while taking pictures. You don't want to overrun your buffer and then have to wait for your memory card to write so you can keep taking photos or videos. No, you want a fast card that's going to keep up with your photography and videography needs. And finally, when you come home and you have sometimes 16 gigs, sometimes you have 64 gigs, and sometimes you have a few hundred gigs, you want to unload those files as fast as possible and not spend 4 or 8 hours just copying files over. One caveat I would like to point out for the SDXC cards, though, is not all the card readers and not all the operating systems can handle them. So if you go with the SDXC cards, that's for the 64, 128 gig. So for those cards, make sure that your system can handle it and that your card reader can handle it. I'll be reviewing a card reader in the next few days which does handle the SDXC cards. And most of the modern Canon cameras do accept them if they have an SD card. So the T2i, T3i, and anything more recent than that definitely can read the SDXC cards no problem. And if you have some older equipment, then you can still go with the SDHC cards. So you can get the cards up to 16 gigs, and I think there's some 32 gig. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them in the box below. Please click like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.